Hello, everyone. Welcome to my first podcast on Project Termite Action. I thank you immensely for joining me on this journey. It's going to be a long one as we seek to deploy innovative and creative ways to transform and build our nation. Now, I'll go straight to the point. I stumbled onto a conversation between a highly educated professor and a market woman on a particular day. Apparently, the professor is someone I know very well trained, attended some of the best schools in the world, Harvard, Yale, MIT, just name it. And on this particular day, he needed something from the market. And he went into a particular store and got into a discussion with the market woman in question. She started it first. She was like, Oga, this country don't bad. This thing when they buy X before, don't they cost Y now? So terrible. I could go market and not fit buy anything. All my customers, they complain. This country is just dead. Mr. Professor laughed. He laughed loud. And he said, Madam, you did there, they complain. Me, Professor, they never pay me salary for 3 months. The university facilities, all dead. People are selling off university facilities to make money. In fact, just the same way you feel, I feel the same way. Nigeria is dead. Now, the thing I discovered in this conversation was, in spite of the huge gulf in levels of education between Mr. Professor and the market woman, they said the same thing. In other words, when you complain as an educated man, as one who should know better, as one who has been educated to innovatively solve the problems of the land, when you complain, you're saying the same thing the vulcanizer on the road can say. There is no difference. So when I asked the question in this podcast, which is, do you consider complaining about Nigeria a social innovation strategy? I'm sure, based on this story I just presented between Mr. Professor and the market woman, you will begin to think about all the things you've been saying personally, either on social media or in your private discussions with your family and your friends. You begin to have a rethink about the fact that with the level of education you have, is complaining the best strategy you have to offer? Is that what we can pass on to the next generation? I don't think so. Watch out for Volume 2.